Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet. We're back for another ATS video in our career mode save with the Custard Haulers US. Thank you very much for all the support on the last few videos. We are back in Elko and we're going to be taking this backhoe loader, which is nicely coloured the same as our truck, as they all are, from Elko to Salt Lake City. And we've got a fun little drive, or maybe not so fun little drive, but there should be a few little scenic viewpoints along the way. We've got reason to be doing this, and we've got some stuff to talk about that you put in the comments around dull roads that are either in the game or in real life, or are in the game but actually reasons why they're not so dull. So load of random things to talk about. Yeah, this is where we are in this kind of, it feels like the absolute middle of nowhere. This could be where the moon landing occurred, because it's just desert, isn't it? Nothing here apart from this quarry and this backhoe loader and us. So let's just have a look on the map what we're going to be up to. So yeah, so we're coming out of Elko here. We're coming on the I-80 out of Nevada, and we're going to be going into the DLC of Utah. But you'll see here along the way we have got a few things to pick up. So there is a nice little scenic viewpoint along there. There is also another scenic viewpoint where we're dropping this off, and it might be, and we'll talk about this later, I think I might know what this is, and if it is that, it's going to be flipping awesome, as well as a few photo ops, and we'll be picking up Salt Lake City along the way. So it's only 240 miles. I've got 4 hours and 21 minutes in game to do this, but in real life this is a very short delivery because we have 1 hour to complete this delivery. We've got to get it there in 1 hour. So we should be fine. I think it shouldn't take us a full hour to go there, but we need to get our skates on, folks, because we don't want to be late. So let's go. Is this the way we want to go? I'm not entirely sure. Actually, that looks like where we needed to go. I think this will just, looks like there's a truck in the way there. So I think we need to come this way. So we'll have to just do a little bit of a backup here, and we'll go from there. There we go. I think that should be good enough. There we go. Just get around the corner by these portaloos, or what do you call them in the States? I mean, that's what we would call them, portaloos. It's still portaloos over here, because that feels like that's a brand name. Not sure what the alternative is, like mobile toilet or something. Not really what I wanted to start talking about in this episode, but there we go. Right, very nice. And it is, I mean, look at this. Look at this. It is absolutely desolate out here. I mean, it's nice to have a bit of water, but there's no, I mean, I guess that's the quarry, isn't it? There's no vegetation anywhere near that water, which shows how man-made it is. We've got, or looks like they're creating something up there with their little diggers doing a little digger dance. Right, I'm going to take a photo here, and then we'll get going. So we're picking up we've picked up the city of Eli. We've actually just picked up a Kenworth dealership, so that's another one. I don't think we'd picked up Kenworth before. Another one of the dealers that we've added to our list. Oh yes, we're going back onto tarmac again, and it'll be interesting to see what this drive does, whether it gets more exciting when we get into Utah. I mean, in all honesty, I don't know an awful lot about this part of the US, but I mean, I don't know a lot about a lot of the parts of the US. It is a wonderful education. It really is, kind of doing this, and certainly with many of the comments, you know, people just telling us the stuff they know, particularly those who live in and around the US who've been here, all that sort of stuff. It's yeah, it's very cool. So keep those comments coming, folks. Very, very much enjoying all of your interesting little tidbits of information, and we will be feeding some of those back as we go. So if you do see something interesting en route, you know something about the area that we're going through, yeah, don't feel shy, just share it or share away. Or if you want to know something about it, ask away in the comments. Let's have a little conversation going on. So there's the interstate. I think that's Interstate 80 just on the right there, and that's what we've been driving on to get here, which is one of the sort of the what I was describing as the dullest drives in the game, just in terms of there not being anything there. But we've heard something interesting about I-80, and this was from Gil Webb, who is a US native, although from Florida, and he was talking about the I-80. I think it was the I-80 that we're. Whilst it is quite a dull looking road, this was the site of the first transcontinental railway in the US. So it went across along this line, and apparently the famous Golden Spike, where east meets west. And I put the comment up, or the part of the comment that relates this up, so you can see that. But yeah, it's along this route, and this was where the two railroads met, where they actually kind of completed it. So he wasn't sure whether that's in the game, and I was trying to rack my brain as to whether I remember seeing something like that when Zilla was along this way, but I can't really remember. I felt there was something along those lines, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to get up to speed. We've got a nice 240-mile journey ahead of us, 4 hours to go, and we know we need to get this done. And I'll just have a look at the time, how much is left in real life, and we'll see how likely we are to get this done, because we do want to drop off at those scenic viewpoints as well. Yeah, we've got 53 minutes to get there, folks. Time is going. So I think I'll leave the other couple of little things that we were mentioned in the comments around roads in this area. You can bypass the nearby way station. Why is that? Why am I allowed to bypass them? Is it because the stuff I've got on the back isn't heavy enough? It's not worth enough money? What's the reasoning for that? Or is it because I'm not delivering in the States? So why am I allowed to do that? It feels like I've got away with one, because I didn't want to drop in there, but whatever reason, I am allowed to bypass it. So yeah, we'll head off. I'm going to turn my camera off, and we will do a little bit of a time lapse through this lovely countryside, and then we'll come back for the viewpoint on the way to Salt Lake City. So see you in a second. Well, you can see on the right here, Well, you can't actually. There is the way station, but we are not going to drop into the way station, but we are going to just see what this scenic viewpoint is just behind the way station, because we are allowed to bypass this way station, but there's something here. So this looks like, is this the Utah state line? Not entirely sure, but we'll find out very shortly. It's just we are in a random parking lot of this. Well, I don't even know what that is. Something. So let's have a look and see what this is all about. The Bonneville Salt Flats. That sounds exciting. I guess it's just, is this where they do those really kind of crazy races with, because they are so unbelievably flat that you can go up to ridiculous speeds with these, rocket powered cars? Is that where we are? Let me know in the comments if you know about this. The Salt Flats. Yeah, I mean, the Salt Flats are incredibly flat, but I don't know whether it's this one. It does look like they're not that flat out here, but I mean, just look out there. That is absolute. Did you see that accident? Oh, nice. What's that? What is that? That wild looking thing up there. What is that? I mean, I can't even guess. It doesn't look like anything that makes sense. You can see it's starting to get a little bit dark. What we might do is just pull in, have a little sleep. I mean, it's a 4-hour journey, but it's hard work. Right, so that's good. Actually, we could turn this round. We can have a little sleep. I would like to kind of come at this next bit like fresh as a daisy, and with all the light we can muster. So let's do this. So we've paid a loan instalment out there. We've been somewhat lazy in recent times. So we've been sleeping most of the time and not really doing much else. But it is now just after midday on Saturday, so we are going to be able to head into Salt Lake City. Oh no, he didn't slow down. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, it's caused a bit of damage. I mean, surely he should have gone out in the other lane. Oh, there we go, on the right. So is this the Salt Flats? There's a warning sign there. Wow. Oh wow, it just looks just barren, desolate. And whatever that thing is on the left, that must have some significance. We're going to find out. We can take a photo of it, so we'll do that and we'll figure out what it is somewhat. So let's do that right now. Right. Just looking at it, I don't want to post. So is that a tree? It's supposed to represent a tree, and each one of those little balls is like a state flag. Is it a place where 3-4 different states come together? Let's have a look. The Tree of Life. It is a tree. So what is that? What's the significance of each one of those balls on there? Because it's not a flag, is it? But it must mean something. Explain in the comments, please, because that is beyond my comprehension. But if you've got some knowledge about that, let me know, folks, because yeah. Or is it people? If you think about life, people who maybe have died whilst racing on the Salt Flats, and that's maybe part of their cars are used to generate. I don't know. I'm being creative as I can. So we've got 78 miles to go, 1 hour 33, and let's have a look how far away from the state line we are. We've already gone over. We are in Utah, so we're gonna keep driving towards Salt Lake City. Looks like we'll sort of probably come into it to some degree, and then we're going to go south towards this mine. But I want to talk about a couple of other roads that folks mentioned when we were talking about boring drives, and one of the roads that was mentioned was by Chris Rasmussen, the I-70 between Kansas City and Denver, who apparently this road is incredibly dull, like the most boring road in real life. And I think Gil Webb just added on to that to say, yeah, you're almost celebrating if there is a kind of turn in the road. It's that sort of straight and nothing happening. So I'm not sure, I'm sort of looking in the game whether that's kind of reflected, but the I-70 looked, at least the bit I've got, because I haven't got Kansas yet, looked, it didn't look incredibly straight, and it looked like it was going through an interesting area. So maybe it's specific parts of it are incredibly dull, which is fascinating. The I-50 apparently, this is mentioned by Parkera, which goes from Reno to Eli, which we missed, is called the loneliest road, and that. Wow, look at this up on the right. What is that? Is that a chimney stack? Oh, we're going to have to just have a look. This kind of looks almost like the monuments we have in the UK, but what is that? It looks like a chimney stack, doesn't it? But is it something else? Hard to be sure, but look at this. Look at these rock formations on the right. Anyway, yeah, Parker was talking about that being the loneliest road, and certainly in the game, it's desolate. There's like, I was sort of looking. We'll just have a quick look at it. It's this one down here. So we could have done this going to Eli, but yeah, there's this gas station, as they're calling it, here, and then nothing else. So you've got to get this right. It looks like this one down here perhaps looks even more desolate. So these might be interesting ones to do, just to kind of get an idea of how nothingy this area is. I mean, I don't know what the population is in Arizona, but I mean, I imagine most of them are in Las Vegas, and it must be quite a fluctuating population in terms of like folks visiting and what have you. Because Las Vegas, there's a lot of flux through there, isn't there? Right, well, we are getting off the I-80. Didn't see any golden pins, but certainly be interested. I'll see if I can put a picture of that, the spike that represents that meeting of east and west railroads. I mean, thinking about it, it must be quite a monumental thing to happen in like modern day, but imagine doing that back then, where everything was incredibly hard to achieve. That just seems utterly mad. So here we go. I wonder whether what we saw there was something to do with what we've got on the right there. Oh, I can turn left. So this is Utah, and so what we should see here is somewhat of a difference in quality of scenery between what we've just left and what we've got. And I think you can see that, can't you? The cookie cutter aspect of it is not as obvious here. There's a little bit more going on here. It's actually a lot more vegetation now we're here, and I'm not sure whether that is expected, whether you get past those salt flats and all of a sudden we're back in sort of somewhat vegetative area, the Beehive State. So what's that about? So we're right here. We should be able to go right higher. We've got the money. I don't know. Let's try. See if we can do it. Is it going to let us? We didn't indicate. That might be a problem. Hasn't picked that up. So we've been able to do that. Interesting. So I did just go over the nose went over the line there. which is what someone mentioned a while back might be what we needed to do. Okay, Salt Lake City, folks. I mean, I'm just going to turn right. Oh, no, I'm not. I didn't see the X's. They weren't obviously there. I thought we just like stumbled on a hidden road there, but no such luck. So we've got a, yeah, that's very American little outlet mole. Is that what they call it? I don't know. And again, nothing here that we can make use of. I don't know what the hidden road situation is in some of these earlier DLCs, whether they've been... So in California, they've certainly put some in, but I think that's more of a recent kind of part of the game that they've really kind of started to engage with. So we've got 24 miles, 32 minutes to get there in real life. Let's just have a quick check on how things are going in game, how things are going in real life. So we've only got 35 minutes to get this parked up. So I'm hoping my parking is up to scratch. This is going to just push us over into the £10,000 mark. So it's kind of nice having that little bit of extra cash in the bank, isn't it? Just means you're not worrying about going into the red or anything like that. It's not that does feel quite nice. So I did want to talk to you a little bit about one of the other things that was mentioned in the comments, because I did talk about Area 51, and yeah, apparently that is in Nevada, but it is not specifically in the game. So there was mention that you can see a UFO in the skies somewhere over Nevada or Utah at night, but I'm not sure if Gil Webb was having me on there or not. It's the sort of thing they put in the game, isn't it? But certainly we haven't seen anything like that just yet. But this does look really quite cool. So that is... Apparently there is, sorry, as I just sort of spoon all over the road there, apparently there is a mod that you can put in to expand the map in Nevada. And Area 51 isn't specifically in there, but there is the extraterrestrial highway, which is where Area 51 is kind of nearby. Is this where I want to go? I think perhaps I want to go here. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've been allowed into that other one, but we're bringing this backhoe loader. What is this place? Oh, and it is Bingham Canyon Mine. So that's what we've got up ahead of us, and I think this is going to be a pretty spectacular little thing, because I typed and searched in mines in Utah, and this thing came up straight away, and it looks utterly mad, utterly crazy. So I think that's what we're going to see when we go in there. But I do want to go and get that viewpoint, so we'll make sure we pick that up before we drop this off. I know we've got a limited amount of time, but look at this. And the other thing I didn't talk about was that this is going to pick up, I think, the first one of 3 of the This One Is Mine achievement, which is where you've got to visit all of the mines and quarries in Utah. And there's 3 of them, one here in Salt Lake City, there's one in Varnal and one in Cedar City. And wow, oh wowie, look at the size of this thing. Look at the size of it. So we are... What's over here? Can we go over here? Is this a big mistake? Is this a hidden road we found? Something popped up. I mean, it's the dullest hidden road in the world, but... Oh, what's this? What is this? Is this some sort of like? Oh no, it's like a. I thought it was like a restaurant. It's some sort of commemorative thing. Yeah. So this is the Bingham Canyon Mine. Absolutely splendidly, that is. Wow. I know we don't have a lot of time before we need to have this delivered, but we've got to marvel at something like this. Something of this just unbelievable size. Just imagine that. Right, we're going to head down here on the left, and looks like we're just going to pick up this viewpoint, which is just here on the, just down below us there. And I think this will be quite spectacular. So I don't know whether this is, I mean, this is obviously an active mine, but they must have been mining here. Looking at the layers of this quarry must have been going for ages. It's just everything in the US. It's just massive, isn't it? Nothing is done in a small way. That's, you know, it's what the UK does. We do a lot of things in small ways, but yeah, we don't tend to do things at this scale. You know, the US folks, they go big. They go really big with everything they do. This is very cool. And they got a whole bloody city down here in the bottom of it. I mean, these trucks here, and I don't think this is necessarily a good reflection of the size of them, or maybe it is. But I think there was a video doing the rounds of a landslide in a mine in China. I don't know if you've seen this, but the hillside came down with these massive trucks, and it made them look like ants. These things are enormous. I mean, people aren't even the size of the tyres. I mean, it's just utterly enormous, these things. I think maybe they've got a variety of different sizes on them. Why have they got so many school buses here? Is that to deliver people out to the mine? Why is that? Anyway, let's have a look at this. We're running out of time. So this is the Bingham Canyon Mine. We're delivering a backhoe loader here. This is mine administration. It's not yours, it's mine. There's just so much cool stuff around here. Oh, what's this? Is this where we're going to be dropping stuff off? Oh, is this where they do the... I mean, that must be just an enormous place. You can see, look how small the people are compared to that truck. They don't even reach the top of the tyre. Wow. I mean, accidents with that thing must be a disaster. But just driving it, imagine that. I mean, that would be a cool game, wouldn't it? Driving one of those massive things, picking up stuff from a mine. Wonder if there's something like that out there. Look at that, it's just stunning, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's hard to say. I guess this is, I mean, they're doing what looks like an interview there, overlooking the mine, and just with the sun going down here, it's lovely. Right, let's go and complete our delivery now. We'll do a bit of reversing, and we'll put this in. What are we going to get? Do we think we're going to get a full 90 maybe? It's not such a long truck, this behind us, so it's all right. So we could go off there and see what's over there. We get an idea of just the scale of this thing next to us. Yeah, visiting. So this one is mine, 1 out of 3. So we don't even need to deliver it for the achievement. We just need to be here. Ooh, we have a 90. Oh, it looks like we're delivering inside. Okay, this one should be fun. How long have we got? Let's just quickly Got 26 minutes. So I mean, if it takes me 26 minutes, I deserve any fine that I receive. Right, where is this? Where the heck am I delivering this? Just a second. It actually looks like it's outside of the building. Just right. There it is. There it is. Okay. 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 It's all about the base. No, it's not. It's not. It's all about getting this lined up, isn't it? And maybe we're almost lined up, but we need to come round quick, otherwise we're never going to get that in. Come on, have we done it? We'll just come out and just have a little look, see. Not bad. I think we might just go forward a little bit. I mean, that is not easy, folks. But it's fun. Oh, no. Right, we've not quite got that lined up. But I think if we can sort of do it... In fact, actually, I wonder whether this was the way to do it. But that was a... Just sneak a little bit that way. And then come back. We need to be pretty much straight on going in with the truck, but I think that's all good. I think we've got it. That feels good. Just straighten her up. There we go. Suck on those biscuits, folks. We're here. We're in. 7 out of 20 in the parking challenge, so doing pretty well. We got a nice chunk of XG for that, but we still got some way to get up to level 5. Nice short little drive. It took us 1 hour 40 minutes. I don't think that's real, because clearly we didn't go over our hour-long time. I can have a look actually how long we were driving for. So we've been recording for 40 minutes. So that's going to be a bit before as well. So yeah, that was good. That was a really interesting drive, particularly with the various sites and getting to this mine. Wow, what a place. Anyway, folks, let me know if you've been here. Let me know if you know what that tree of life was that we went past. Anything about those salt flats as well. I'm fascinated by all of that. So if you can talk about any of those things, if you know anything about that, or you want to know anything about that, ask the questions or put them in the comments down below. Always really happy to hear from you. Thank you as always for engaging with these episodes. Always loads of comments from these ATS episodes, so keep those coming, folks. Always welcoming new folks, and if you're new to the channel and you're just watching this first up, make sure you drop a comment down below and say hi. Anyway, folks, I'll be off. We will be going on to another drive very soon. I don't really want to sort of zoom through here too quickly, because we are trying to get here to Missouri once that's released. But yeah, that's going to be a few weeks down the road. So we don't want to just zoom through these things and just miss everything out. We want to make the most of it. So we will try and do that. As you can see, we could go all the way back to California. We're not going to do that. We could go to New Mexico. We're not going to do that. We'll come into Colorado perhaps, but not entirely sure where. We could. Where was there? It was Varnell and Cedar City. We could do another delivery within Utah. That was Vernal was where we needed to go, so we could do that and then pick up the second one of those. This one is mine, just by visiting the BHP site, or the which is the mine and the real name Fix. That might be something we could do. But anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Let me know your thoughts down below on any of the stuff we've talked about, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.